Off a banger of week one of the NFL season. What can we do for a repeat? Find out here on Bets and Breakfast, presented by the Fat Jack Sports Service. Welcome into another episode of Bets and Breakfast presented by the Fat Jack Sports Service. I am your host, Brandon Rush. And last weekend, I'm not going to lie, may never be repeated. Perfect 4-0 with the selections a week ago, a monster profit week to start off. And really, at this point, it's gravy. We can not win for the next 10 weeks and still be into profit. That's how good last week was. Not only did we win with the picks here on Bets and Breakfast, but the Fat Jack had a stellar week last week. Went 8-1 with his selections in college football Saturday last weekend. NFL turned a profit last Sunday. And this weekend, bangers. So let's see what we can throw out here for a Sunday looking at the NFL props. If you're not a client of the Fat Jack Sports Service, first of all, shame on you. Secondly, it's September. There's still time to make a lot of money this football season. It's only week 2 of the NFL. We still have to go to February in order to exhaust everything that is available to us in football terms with the Fat Jack Sports Service. If you want to sign up, though, and you want to win, it's easy. Go to fatjacksports.com. Sign up there, pick the package that's right for you, whether you're going to Vegas this weekend or one of the many states across the country where sports betting is legal. If you want to play the rest of the month, I don't know why you'd only play a couple weeks. Maybe you want to play the full season, whatever you want. It's all available for you at fatjacksports.com. You can call 1-800-298-1383, but it's Sunday morning. We all got better stuff to do. Go to the website. You found this show. You know how to work a computer. So fatjacksports.com, the quickest and easiest way to sign up and get the picks text or emailed to you at least an hour before kickoff. And they're going to turn a profit long term. It's going to work. So let's look at last week. Baker Mayfield to throw a pick. That one was done in like the second quarter. Josh Jacobs over 49.5 rushing yards. We had to work for. There were times early in that game where I wasn't sure that the Raiders weren't just going to throw the ball to Devontae Adams 75 times, but we ended up getting there late. And Rodrigo Blankenship, we were lucky kind of to get that one as well because of play calling by the Indianapolis Colts and also just ineptitude. Colts are up early in that ball game. They have a goal-to-go situation, and Frank Reich, instead of just taking an easy field goal, wants to punch it in. They get stopped on the goal line. That ended up counting later in the game because, of course, as we all remember, that game ended in a tie. But we did get Rodrigo over 1.5 made field goals. Subsequently, he was cut, so we might have to find somewhere else to go on kicker props in the future. But those three all played a $10 bet on each of those. Turned a hefty little profit, plus the Prize Picks power play that we threw together last week, $100 win on that one. So a perfect 4-0, $157.90 in profit. So that means if we're playing $10 on a prop per week for the next 16 weeks of the regular season, we cannot win the rest of the year, and we're already in a profit. So this is a spectacular way to start the year off, and we're glad that you're here with us on Bets and Breakfast. So in week 2 of the NFL season is a prime opportunity for sports bettors to overreact to what we saw a week ago. I'm trying myself to guard against that, and I've talked myself out of a couple plays, luckily, that really could be set up for some good ones, but I kind of have one that maybe I let slip through the cracks. It's a player who's made a comeback and is in a strong case for comeback player of the year if he can continue the rest of the way what he did a week ago. So here we go with NFL week number 2. We're going to try and roll with the same recipe that won us money last weekend. We got a couple props we're going to play individually, and then we're going to put them all together in a power play on Prize Picks. So we're going to start Tampa Bay and New Orleans. Michael Thomas looked like the Michael Thomas of 2019, at least in week 1. If he can come back and maybe do that again this week, we're going to make some money because we're going to play Michael Thomas over 60.5 receiving yards. Tampa Bay a year ago gave up the 4th most completions to wide receivers, and with a healthy Michael Thomas in the lineup, between him, Chris Olave, the rookie, and Jarvis Landry, there's going to be about 15 to 16 catches between those 3 alone. I think Landry gets the majority of those. Your first prop on this week's episode of Bets and Breakfast. On to our second selection, and this goes to a team that has already had to go to a backup quarterback. The Dallas Cowboys lose Dak Prescott in the opener for a number of weeks. They now turn to Cooper Rush. Usually, backup quarterbacks, young quarterbacks like to throw to the backs and the tight ends. They like short passing game. Well, this kind of matches up well because the Cincinnati Bengals gave up the 4th most catches and the 6th most yards to tight ends a year ago. Dalton Schultz, I think this number is way too low. He's going to get a ton of targets this week from a backup quarterback. And Cooper Rush, if you're a backup, the best security blanket you can have is a good tight end. That is Dalton Schultz. Over 3.5 catches for Dalton this week. That is pick number 2 on this week's episode of Bets and Breakfast. For number 3, I'm going to do something I don't really like to do, and that's play some anytime touchdowns that are a bit heavy on the chalk. But we're going to parlay a couple together. Davante Adams is a touchdown machine. The Cardinals gave up the most touchdowns in the NFL a year ago to wide receivers. And let's face it, Davante Adams, probably one of the most receivers in the NFL. They got torched a week ago. I don't believe they've done anything to shore up that secondary. And without a solid pass rush up front, that secondary is going to be on their heels. Derek Carr and him seem to definitely pick up where they left off from their old Fresno State days. But Davante Adams, an anytime touchdown scorer today. Now, he is minus money if you play him as a prop. I don't like playing minus money props, especially in the 165, 185 range that a lot of sports books are going to have him at. Let's go ahead and pair him up with another guy who seems to find the end zone with relative ease, and that is James Conner. The Cardinals running back is a threat to catch the ball out of the backfield and to run the ball. Obviously, he's the feature back for the Cardinals offense. And this game has the potential to be a shootout because also I don't think the Raiders defense has been able to show that they can stop good offenses. And I think the Cardinals are a good offense. They just were behind the 8 ball last week and it can never really get going. I think this is going to be, again, a high-scoring game. So touchdowns from both Davante Adams and from James Conner, plus 185 when I parlay these two anytime touchdown scorers together in a same-game parlay on DraftKings. So there you go. Those are our 3 picks this week. Michael Thomas over 60.5 receiving yards. Dalton Schultz over 3.5 catches. And a 2-team parlay or 2-player parlay, if you will, Davante Adams and James Conner. Anytime touchdown scores plus 185. And then I'm going to end up putting all 4 of those together in a 4-for-4 power play on Prize Picks to try and turn a $10 entry into another $100 like we did last week. No free square like we had with Brady a week ago. But if we go 4-for-4 again, boy, we are going to be swimming in early season profit, which is just exciting. How can you not enjoy being up big? Because, hey, Christmas is coming. So take care of some things. By the way, my Christmas shopping is already done. Already. If you want to get signed up on Prize Picks, I highly recommend that you do it. And when you do, use our promo code FATJACK and you can get a 100% deposit bonus up to $100 just by using our promo code FATJACK. So go to your app store or go to prizepicks.com, sign up, use the promo code FATJACK, all one word, and take advantage of that deposit bonus up to $100. Just a free hundo for watching this show, downloading an app, signing up, and depositing. How can you beat that? You just hate money. And if you hate money, why are you watching this show? All right, so there you have it. 3 props that we're going to try and turn into triple-digit profit in week number 2 of the NFL season. I'm going to go downstairs, have some waffles and some coffee, and get ready for a glorious week 2 of the NFL season. Don't forget to sign up with Prize Picks with promo code FATJACK and sign up for the Fat Jack Sports Service while you're there. So if you scroll down, the links are down at the bottom of the video here. You'll be able to go to prizepicks.com. You'll be able to go to fatjacksports.com. Find the package that's right for you and win money betting the games this weekend and every weekend. I'm Brandon Rush. We will see you next week. This is Bets and Breakfast presented by the Fat Jack Sports Service.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack with a question for you. Are you betting on football this year? How did you do last week? My clients and I went 8-1 on Saturday. We won again on Sunday. The UFC was 4-1. Everybody is into profit. Go to FatJackSports.com if you're betting on football and get winning quality selections texted to your cell phone or emailed to you for less than $100 a week. You don't have to guess. You don't have to play your favorite teams. You can make money betting the games. Just get signed up. Go to FatJackSports.com and win today.
If you're looking for more action this week, Prize Picks is daily fantasy made easy. With multi-sport prop entries, you can mix and match your action every day from almost anywhere in the country. Sign up with promo code FATJACK and get a 100% deposit bonus up to $100. That's $100 when you sign up with promo code FATJACK. Go to prizepicks.com or download the app and sign up with promo code FATJACK to get in on the action today.